Why would someone grow a channel from 0 to millions of subscribers only to abandon it? Today, we'll dive into the creepy, tragic, and shocking reasons why amazing YouTube channels were abandoned, starting from the least to the most disturbing reason. I'm visualventure, and you are awesome. Snakebit McGee. To most people, Snakebit McGee was just a channel about hiking, but in reality, it was much more than that. The man behind the channel was Kenny Veach, an experienced hiker. Kenny filmed himself hiking through the Nevada and California deserts and uploaded the videos to YouTube.
He is big. Look at the horns on that guy. That's why I love coming out here. You never know what you're gonna see.
But hiking through these deserts was more dangerous than viewers realized. The heat is extreme, with temperatures hitting 134 degrees Fahrenheit. There's also little water, so dehydration can occur in a matter of hours. To make matters worse, Kenny was hiking through the desert alone. He didn't carry a map or compass, and his food and water supplies were minimal. We walked through the home to rattlesnakes, mountain lions, and coyotes. But instead of staying clear of them, Kenny was known to play with rattlesnakes for fun. It was only a matter of time before one of his hiking trips went horribly wrong. Kenny's problems began with a simple comment on a YouTube video. In June 2014, a YouTube channel called Serious Disclosure posted a video titled "Son of an Area 51 Technician." The video was by a guy who claimed his dad was an engineer at Area 51, which was a top secret military base in Nevada. Conspiracy theorists believe that the US government conducts top secret experiments involving UFOs, aliens, and other extraterrestrial technology there. So after this guy posted the Area 51 video, people started watching and commenting. One of the comments was from Kenny Veach. Kenny wrote, "I am a long-distance hiker. One time during one of my hikes, I found a hidden cave. The entrance to the cave was shaped like a perfect capital M. I always enter every cave I find, but as I began to enter this particular cave, my whole body began to vibrate. The closer I got to the cave entrance, the worse the vibrating became. Suddenly, I became very scared and hightailed out of there. That was one of the strangest things that have ever happened to me." Everyone was buzzing about Kenny's comment. A strange M-shaped cave near Area 51? Could it be proof of aliens on Earth? There was just one problem. Kenny didn't have any evidence, and many people called him out for it. To prove he was telling the truth, Kenny had to return to the cave and film it. His subscribers urged him to retrace his steps and find the cave again so that he could investigate further. It seemed like a simple task for Kenny, but it would become a huge disaster. In late 2014, Kenny went on a hike to find the M cave, but he seemed really nervous. Besides his video camera, Kenny also took a firearm for protection.
So I hope I can find it again. And if I do, I'm going in there. I'm gonna put on my light and take my out and walk in there, see if I find anything.
Unfortunately, his mission would end in a failure. In a video entitled M Cave Hike, Kenny revealed that after days of searching through the hot desert, he couldn't find the cave.
Well, I did not find the cave. That is so weird. I mean, I thought for sure I was just gonna be able to find it.
Disappointed YouTube users flooded the comments section criticizing Veach for not proving his original claim. They pressured him to go on another hike and find the cave by any means. Kenny's credibility was at stake. So in November 2014, Kenny went on another hike to find the M cave. He told his family and friends that he would be back the next day. Days later, Kenny never returned. Kenny's girlfriend reported him missing and search teams went looking for him. On November 22nd, search and rescue volunteers found Kenny's phone near an abandoned mine shaft. His car was also found about a 4-hour hike away from where the phone was found. But no other traces of Kenny were discovered. It was like he vanished into thin air. Conspiracy theorists went wild. Many people believed Kenny found the cave, but then the government locked him up to keep their secrets safe. The rumors intensified when Kenny's comments on that Area 51 video were mysteriously deleted, with one person saying, "Kenny's comments are removed. Why? I was digging up more information about M Cave and what happened to Kenny." I truly now think the government has something to do with Kenny's disappearance. Kenny still hasn't been found, and his YouTube channel has been inactive since. Kenny Veach was trying to solve a mystery, and now he is another mystery. Now this next channel is less bizarre, but much more upsetting. The Kniv Nulls. Husband and wife, Austin and Brittany Null, weren't just YouTube vloggers, they were Christian vloggers. Their identity as Christians was a major part of their brand. They started their channel, The Kniv Nulls, in 2010. Before long, the channel grew to over 350,000 subscribers with over 60 million views.
Over the past year and a half, my hot wife Brittany and I have enjoyed making super sexy videos for you guys. We've been able to bring awareness to many important issues.
Austin and Brittany never missed a chance to share their Christian beliefs. They also posted videos showing their daily lives as parents, which involved activities like taking care of their children and eating together.
What are you guys doing, man? That looks so crazy! Hey, listen, I have something that you will love.
They seemed like the perfect Christian couple. However, Austin had a secret he was hiding from his wife, and he knew it would destroy their relationship. Christmas Day was a special time for the Null family. However, Christmas Day 2015 was the worst day of Austin's life, because that was the day inappropriate videos of himself were leaked on the internet.
But first of all, when it got released, it was like Christmas Day, and then my family was staying with me, and then people on the blogs that hated on us found out, and they started DMing my videos to my mom and sister, to all of our sponsors.
The leak went viral with many mainstream media outlets covering the scandal. The videos showed Austin doing inappropriate acts. Now that practically everyone saw it, Austin had no choice but to come clean. A few days later, Austin and Brittany made a video addressing the scandal. Austin explained that a year ago, a girl sent him inappropriate photos on social media. But instead of blocking the girl, Austin said that he had a secret online affair for 5 months. He called it an online affair because he never met the girl in person. The affair involved exchanging photos and videos. To make matters worse, the affair began when Brittany found out she was pregnant with their third child. In the apology video, Austin and Britt said that they were going to use this opportunity to spread the word of Christ. No matter what you've done, Jesus will forgive you. They also signed up for couples counseling to fix their relationship. But things didn't get better. In fact, they went downhill even faster. In July of 2017, after 7 years of running their channel, Austin and Brittany Null made a video that broke their subscribers' hearts. They announced they were getting a divorce. Some fans were shocked, asking what could possibly break up this perfect couple. It turns out that history repeated itself. Austin cheated again. Austin's unfaithfulness ruined their relationship and tarnished their reputation as Christian role models. Austin said he kept having affairs because he was no longer happy in their relationship. And that's why in July 2017, the Nulls decided to split. Their Christian family channel was ruined and Austin abandoned the YouTube channel. But after the divorce, Brittany renamed the channel Brit Space and continued to vlog about her life and her children. The YouTube channels that we've covered so far were abandoned because of a tragedy or scandal. However, the next chapter was abandoned because of stupidity. Trevor Jacob. Not many YouTubers can say they are Olympic athletes, but Trevor Jacob is one of the few that can. Trevor represented the United States in snowboarding at the 2014 Winter Olympics. He was also skilled at skateboarding, surfing, BMX riding, motocross, and mixed martial arts. This guy did it all. So when Jacob started YouTube, no one was surprised when he decided to create daredevil content. He created high-energy videos showing him skydiving, snowboarding, and performing other adrenaline-pumping stunts. Jacob's fearlessness made him really popular, and his channel quickly crossed 100,000 subscribers. However, just as his channel was gaining momentum, Trevor posted a controversial video that threatened his YouTube career and put his life in danger. In November 2021, Trevor filmed himself preparing to fly a one-seater single-engine aircraft. The video showed him taking off from Lompoc City Airport in California, heading to Mammoth Mountain. Jacob was a licensed pilot and he recorded himself making dozens of flights. But this flight in particular wasn't like the others. 35 minutes after takeoff, Jacob turned to the camera and said his plane was experiencing engine failure. He looked a bit anxious, and it was understandable since his life was at risk. After looking around a bit, Jacob said he couldn't find a place to land the plane. His only option was to jump out of the plane. So that's what he did. Already wearing a parachute, he jumped out with a selfie stick camera in hand and filmed his descent. The unmanned plane flew through the sky and crashed into the Los Padres National Forest. The plane's plunge was recorded by cameras mounted on the plane's wing and tail. When he landed, Jacob heaved a sigh of relief and said, "I'm just so happy to be alive." Weeks later, on December 23rd, 2021, Jacob uploaded a 12-minute video of the crash to YouTube titled, "I Crashed My Airplane." In the video, Jacob emphasized that he did not intentionally crash the plane, but realized there was nowhere for him to land while he was mid-flight and parachuted out in need of an emergency escape. The video instantly went viral, racking up more than 4 million views. Jacob's subscribers were relieved he survived the strange crash without major injuries. But little did his subscribers know that they were fooled. The crash wasn't an accident. Jacob did it on purpose. It seemed like the plan was to go viral, and it worked. The video was getting thousands of views every day. I mean, there have been crazy things people have done for views, but crashing a plane is on another level. Here's the plot twist. Jacob didn't realize that intentionally crashing a plane was a crime. To keep himself out of jail, he went to great lengths to cover up his lie. The problem with the video going viral is that a lot of people get to watch it. Some viewers noticed inconsistencies in Jacob's story and grew skeptical of the crash. Within weeks, authorities were called in to investigate the crash for foul play.
But now this morning, the FAA and NTSB saying they are investigating if Jacob, who is also a former Olympic snowboarder, intentionally crashed that plane.
The first problem with Jacob's video was that he was already wearing a parachute when the plane took off. It was like he knew the plane would crash. Also, Jacob's video did not show the aircraft controls nor engine instruments to support his claim that the engine failed. But the final piece of evidence was the strongest. When Trevor said the engine failed, he didn't perform basic aviation emergency procedures like trying to restart the engine, contacting air traffic control, or initiating a forced landing. He just jumped out. As the authorities continued their investigations, Jacob acted like he wasn't worried about the allegations, saying people can believe whatever they choose. However, as the pressure mounted, Jacob decided to commit a second crime to cover up his first.
Jacob was told he was responsible for preserving the wreckage so the agency could examine it. Instead, he went back to the wreckage site and moved parts of the plane to a hangar where he destroyed them.
What he did was obstruct a federal investigation, which is a crime. After destroying the evidence, Jacob lied to investigators, saying that he couldn't remember exactly where the crash took place. However, the YouTube video was the biggest evidence against him. In April 2022, the authorities concluded that Jacob crashed his plane for views. In May 2023, Jacob pleaded guilty to the charges against him. He was sentenced to 6 months in federal prison, and his pilot's license was temporarily revoked.
I did pretend that, the engine died and kind of made the saga of the video.
You were acting a bit?
Yeah.
After Trevor Jacob was sentenced, he abandoned his YouTube channel, putting his career on hold. He got out of jail on June 12, 2024, and he seems to have posted one video 9 months ago as I'm recording this video, but seems to have fully abandoned it. Sometimes one innocent mistake can bring down a super successful YouTube channel, and that's exactly what happened in the next story. Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles was one of YouTube's first superstars. Her channel grew to 20 million subscribers and 1.8 billion video views. She was the first YouTuber to have a wax figure of herself at Madame Tussauds in New York. Her YouTube videos were discussed on ABC News and in the New York Times. And then Jenna threw it all away by quitting YouTube. Her videos weren't demonetized and she didn't have health issues. She just quit. But the big question is why? To understand the answer, we need to explain how Jenna, a former go-go dancer at nightclubs, gained 20 million subscribers in the first place. When Jenna joined YouTube in 2010, she pulled off something amazing. Her very first video went viral. Her video, How to Trick People into Thinking You're Good Looking, got 5.3 million views in the first week. I don't even have a video with that many views, period.
Hello there, friends.
and welcome to my tutorial on how to trick people into thinking you're really good looking.
Her follow-up videos were also successful. How to avoid people you don't want to talk to was featured in the New York Times and ABC News, giving her national attention.
Young woman who is the queen of clicks. Her YouTube videos have been viewed by more than 1 billion.
Jenna's fame skyrocketed in the next couple of years. She joined a top talent agency, made t-shirts with her most popular phrases, and was an executive producer for a Hollywood movie. And of course, Jenna got rich making millions of dollars from YouTube.
Now, once a week, she makes a new video on everything from how to put on makeup when you're drunk,
Amazing,
to a day in the life of Jenna.
After 10 years on YouTube, Jenna was a real celebrity. That's when one mistake from her past came back to ruin everything. In June 2020, someone noticed a video on Jenna's YouTube channel. The video showed Jenna imitating Nicki Minaj while wearing blackface. Blackface is a type of makeup that white performers use to imitate black people. Although Jenna's blackface video was from 9 years ago in 2011, it still made thousands of people mad. Social media blew up. Jenna was criticized for creating such distasteful content. But before she could even apologize, they found more offensive videos on her channel. There was another 2011 video where she makes derogatory comments about an Asian man, and a 2012 video where she made hurtful comments about females. After receiving a barrage of negative comments on social media, Jenna decided to post an emotional apology video.
And I try to make fun content, inclusive content, things that don't offend people or upset people.
She said, "I just want to tell you it was not my intention to do blackface. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that people were offended. It's shameful, it's awful. I wish it wasn't part of my past." At the end of her apology, she announced that she was quitting YouTube.
I don't think I'm having a good time. And it seems like maybe some other people aren't having a good time. So for now, I just can't exist on this channel.
Jenna's decision wasn't about taking a break. It was about the intense backlash. It was the way cancel culture attacked her. Although Jenna accepted her mistakes and deleted the offensive videos, the hate kept pouring in. It seemed people wanted to tear her down rather than give her a chance to change. Jenna felt her only option was to quit. Jenna leaving YouTube was headline news. It showed just how famous she was. Her subscribers genuinely loved her and didn't want to see her go. One fan tweeted, "I'm devastated. I watch Jenna Marbles videos every night. I rewatch it tons of times. The fact that she may never return to her channel, post content there anymore breaks my heart. I look up to this woman so much." So to me, Jenna's story is disturbing because it shows how horrible cancel culture is. One of the first videos that ever blew up for me was a video called "How Cancel Culture Destroyed an Entire Generation." She was canceled over something insignificant that she did 9 years ago, and she even apologized for it. Jenna abandoned her 20 million subscriber YouTube channel because the hate was too much. And I don't blame her. When you put yourself out there online, you become a target. Just because Jenna has millions of subscribers and you don't doesn't change the fact that you can become a target too. Right now, as we speak, your data might be floating online for everyone to see, and this can have real consequences. My mom has been a victim, and I've been hacked and doxxed all because my information was public without me even realizing it. How it happens is that data brokers are companies that collect your information from everywhere: surveys, social media, and even forum posts. Then they sell it to other companies. This 2024 alone, the FTC received 5.7 million reports of fraud and identity theft. Obviously, it's not slowing down. So I use Delete Me to help keep my information off the internet. Once you sign up, you just tell them what information you want deleted, and their privacy experts handle the rest. It took me like 10 minutes, and I have peace of mind knowing that my information is safe. To get 20% off Delete Me consumer plans, go to joindeleteme.com/venture and use my code VENTURE at checkout. Again, it's joindeleteme.com/venture, code VENTURE. It's an honor to have Delete Me sponsoring this video. My friends, this might just save you more than you realize. The next YouTube channel was caught in a web of lies, betrayal, and revenge. It was like something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Stephen McCullough. YouTube channel Vote Saxon 07 ended due to a situation a judge described as one of the most complex cases she had ever come across. Vote Saxon 07 was created in 2015 by Stephen McCullough. Stephen filmed himself reviewing toys, collectibles, and merch from the science fiction series Doctor Who. He also reviewed merch from other popular franchises.
This, for example, is my all-time favorite sonic screwdriver, the 11th Dr. Sonic. And I've created a whole new character. This is Drunk Dave.
His channel grew slowly, eventually amassing around 37,000 subscribers. When he wasn't reviewing toys, Steven live streamed himself playing video games. By the end of 2022, Steven had a successful YouTube channel, a girlfriend, and a baby on the way. He wasn't involved in any controversies or scandal. Life was good. Then one day, everything changed when Steven was accused of taking someone's life. Steven's girlfriend was 32-year-old Natalie McNally. She was 15 weeks pregnant with his child. Although Natalie and Steven both lived in the UK, they lived in different parts of the country. Around 9 a.m. on December 18th, 2022, Natalie's neighbors thought they heard a scream coming from her home. The scream stopped and the neighbors didn't call the police. The next morning, Steven showed up at Natalie's home and found her body. Someone had taken her life. Steven called the cops and they showed up a few minutes later. This was now a crime scene. Almost immediately, Steven was ruled out as a suspect because he had a solid alibi. The previous night, which was when the crime occurred, Steven was live streaming himself playing Grand Theft Auto. The thousands of viewers who watched his 6-hour live stream could vouch for him. Besides, Steven had no motive. He was let off the hook as police focused on other suspects. However, it didn't take long for the cops to circle back to him because they realized Steven had one of the strongest motives to want Natalie gone. During the investigation, the police checked Natalie's emails and text messages. When they scanned her phone, they found something interesting. 3 days before she died, Natalie exchanged 33 WhatsApp messages with an ex-boyfriend. Steven found out. Natalie's family told the cops that she gave Steven the passcode to her phone when they started dating. Phone records also showed that on the night before Natalie passed, her phone was unlocked 9 times. The cops suspected Steven read the messages between Natalie and her ex the night before the crime. This wasn't enough to arrest Steven, but it motivated the cops to take a closer look at his alibi. And what they discovered was so diabolical, it made Steven look like a criminal genius. Steven's alibi was that he was live streaming for 6 hours on the night of the crime. But when the detectives reviewed the footage, they noticed so many red flags. Typically, during a live stream, the streamer can see messages from viewers and respond in real time. But during Steven's live stream, he told viewers he could not interact with them live due to technical issues. He then made repeated references to the time, being at home, and broadcasting live. It was pretty weird how he kept emphasizing that he was live.
Hey, and we're live. That's the fun of being live. So I just thought, why not? I'm gonna do a live stream.
Cyber experts were invited to analyze the live stream footage, and they confirmed what the cops suspected. Steven's live stream was not live. It was pre-recorded days earlier. The fake live stream didn't prove that Steven was guilty, but it did prove he lied about what he was doing on the night of the crime. Why would an innocent man lie to the cops? Steven was invited to the station to answer that question, and believe it or not, he had an explanation. After he was presented with evidence that he faked the live stream, Steven quickly changed his story. He acknowledged he was not live streaming on the night of the crime, but he said he was instead drinking in his house and fell asleep. Steven had no witnesses to support his alibi that he was drinking at home. Police also found CCTV footage showing a man who looked like Steven taking a taxi near Natalie's home the night of the crime. Steven was now the prime suspect. He was accused of plotting against Natalie after finding her texts with her ex and creating a fake 6-hour live stream to cover it up. Steven McCullough was arrested on January 31st, 2023 and pleaded not guilty. His trial was set for September 2024, which is literally right now as I'm recording this video. Steven's arrest and fake live stream alibi was headline news around the world. After his arrest, Steven obviously abandoned his YouTube channel. The next channel on our list also involves a YouTuber who went from being loved to hated. In fact, things got so bad that their own subscribers put a bounty on her head. Nutty's Diary. By the time she was 29, Natty Kong, also known as Nutty, was one of the most successful YouTubers in Thailand. She started her channel in 2014, posting singing and dancing tutorials, K-pop covers, as well as vlogs to document her daily life. Nutty's beauty and charisma attracted many fans. Soon, her channel amassed over 800,000 subscribers and millions of views. As Nutty got more popular, she began to earn a lot of money, and she wasn't afraid to spend it. Nutty Nutty filmed herself buying luxury cars, watches, and properties. Showcasing her lavish lifestyle attracted even more followers. It was at this point that Natty shocked her fans by quitting singing and dancing to become a financial guru. It turned out to be the biggest mistake of her life. Nutty subscribers watched in awe as she showed her lavish lifestyle, dreaming of the day they could be rich enough to live like her. So they were excited when Nutty announced she was going to help her subscribers get rich. Suddenly, she claimed that she was a successful Forex trader. She started going by the name Coach Nutty. She said she could generate thousands of dollars in just 16 minutes of trading and over $100,000 in a single day. She even posted images of what she said her profits were. Her lavish lifestyle convinced viewers that she was rich, and following her advice would make them rich too. That's when Nutty made her pitch. Since she was such a good trader, she told her subscribers to send her money for Forex trading, guaranteeing returns as high as 35% on their investments. Usually when people invest in the stock market, the average return is about 5 to 7%, so this was incredible. In total, more than 6,000 people gave her their money. Then they sat back and waited for the checks to come in. Unfortunately, they were going to be disappointed. By April 2022, the 6,000 people who invested with Nutty didn't receive their payments, and they were furious. Hundreds of them filed complaints demanding their money back. However, Nutty's response was far worse than they expected. In an Instagram post, Nutty claimed that she lost all her investors' money after a huge mistake in trading. The amount she lost was about 55 million US dollars of her subscribers' money. Now let that sink in. Nutty promised to return all their money if they gave her some time. Then she went silent on social media. Her announcement caused panic among her subscribers. Some tried to sue her, but her response to the lawsuit was that she wouldn't be able to make repayments if she were imprisoned. And then, amidst the growing scandal, Nutty vanished. Reports claimed that she might have fled to another country, most likely Malaysia. Her victims chipped in and put a bounty on her head. Within a few months, they raised $55,000 as a reward for information leading to her arrest. Unfortunately, Nutty still hasn't been found. Her YouTube channel, Nutty's Diary, has been abandoned for about 2 years. Spy Kitten TV. Spy Kitten TV is a YouTube channel that helped spread the wildest conspiracy theories on the internet. Created in 2015, the face behind the channel was a mysterious lady known as Dasha.
My name is Dasha, for those of you who don't know, and I was born in Russia.
Spy Kitten TV made videos discussing secret societies, the occult, and world domination. No one was off limits for Dasha. From Hollywood actors to Billboard's hottest musicians, Dasha didn't hesitate to accuse anyone of being a member of an evil secret society.
In today's video, we will be discussing the terrifying reality of our world and the demonic forces behind it.
The group Dasha discussed most was the Illuminati. She claimed the Illuminati was trying to establish a new world order to control the world. The only way you stop them was to expose their master plan before it was too late. So that's what her YouTube channel was trying to do. Videos like The Weeknd admits he sold his soul, Illuminati exposed, and the Illuminati's warning to Taylor Swift brought in millions of views, helping her channel reach 267,000 subscribers at its peak. But as Dasha got more subscribers, her theories became more disturbing. She dissected music videos and celebrity photos, pointing out symbols she believed were linked to the Illuminati.
I will be decoding the extreme Illuminati symbolism purposely planted throughout Beyoncé's music video called Hold Up.
Many believed Dasha was connecting unrelated events to build a narrative that supported her theories. Still, her fans saw her as a hero, putting herself in danger to reveal the truth. It sounded far-fetched, but maybe Dasha was really in danger, because something strange happened when Dasha tried to link rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine to the Illuminati. In July 2018, Dasha uploaded a video titled Tekashi 6ix9ine Welcomed into the Illuminati.
In today's video, we will be discussing rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine, his brand new music video, and his involvement with the Illuminati.
Dasha focused on the music video for Fefe, a collaboration between him and Nicki Minaj. She pointed out several symbols and imagery that she believed were signs of Illuminati influence.
No matter how goofy and innocent this music video looks to the average viewer, many won't notice what is actually going on.
Dasha's video was a huge success, raking in over 1 million views. Her subscribers were eager for more exposés like this. They waited and waited, but no new video came. That's when they realized Dasha disappeared. In July 2018, Spy Kitten TV suddenly went silent. Her social media channels also went dark with no explanation. Dasha's disappearance made people wonder what really happened to her. Some thought Dasha uncovered something dangerous, something that went far beyond the usual conspiracy theories. A secret so huge, those in power would do anything to keep it from getting out. If Dasha had real proof of a conspiracy, then there's a possibility that some people would want to end her. This theory gets more disturbing when you consider how Dasha vanished. No warning, no goodbye, just silence. Some try to suggest a more innocent explanation. Maybe Dasha decided to take a break from YouTube, but why would a YouTuber who was so committed to her mission take such a long break without telling her subscribers? Fans dug into Dasha's personal life and uncovered another clue. Right before she vanished, she was talking more openly about the Illuminati controlling world events. Her last 4 videos went all in on the Illuminati and got a ton of views. Her sudden silence felt too convenient to be a coincidence. 5 years have now passed since Spy Kitten TV was abandoned. And with each passing day, Dasha's subscribers are more convinced that she was silenced. Maybe one day we'll know the truth. Our next channel will be remembered as one of the worst endings to one of the most iconic YouTube channels ever. Appur. In November 2021, Appur uploaded a video titled, "I Am Not Dead. I am 57 today." He had no idea that just a few days later, that title would make headlines. Appur's content was unlike anything on YouTube. He shared videos of himself performing daring activities on frozen waters like ice skating, swimming in ice holes, and diving. But Appur's stunts weren't the weirdest part about his content. Appur had a strange habit of licking stuff. He would lick a signpost, an old car, and a piece of glass. His wacky behavior is even more fascinating when you consider his background. Appur's real name was Tor Eckhoff. Several years back, he graduated from a top university in Norway and lived in the city with his partner and child. So how did Appur go from a family man living in the big city to performing weird stunts in below freezing temperatures? In 2006, after living in the city for a while, Appur grew bored with his traditional life. He loved camping, mountain climbing, and outdoor bathing. Since he couldn't experience that in the city, Appur left his family and moved into a cabin in the Norwegian countryside. He got a job at a paint factory and started making YouTube videos in his free time. However, it took 5 years for Appur to go viral with a video called On Thin Sea Ice 2. In that video, he was skating on ice while making noises like a seal. When it hit 1 million views in 1 week, Appur decided to make more videos like it. People loved his content and his views shot up. Appur even had a video hit 105 million views. Although people loved his content, it clearly wasn't safe, and it was just a matter of time before something bad happened. On November 27, 2021, Appur made a video that ended up being his last. While he was filming on a frozen lake, Tor Eckhoff fell through the ice.
Eckhoff's partner said on Facebook he was in an icy lake for too long while filming a video for the Appur channel.
Sadly, Appur didn't make it. It was a tragic end to one of the most creative channels YouTube has ever seen. Rest in peace. The way this next channel ended didn't just disappoint viewers, destroyed lives and tore families apart. Nomad Static. The way Nomad Static ended was so shocking that it made national headlines and even triggered a police manhunt. Nomad Static was a YouTube channel created by Gabby Petito and her fiance Brian Laundrie. They planned to travel across the US in their van and vlog their experience through their channel. They were young, in love, and about to travel the world. It seemed like a fairy tale, but the truth was the happy couple wasn't as happy as they seemed. Gabby and Brian often got into big arguments. Sometimes these fights were so intense, they even turned physical. After one of their arguments, Gabby wrote a letter to Brian. She wrote, "You know how much I love you so, and I'm writing this with love. Just please stop crying and stop calling me names because we're a team and I'm here for you. I'm always going to have your back." She ended the letter with, "I hope you understand when I'm upset. It's because you make me love you too much. Now stop crying and come home and say you love me with a big hug. I love you." Even though though they argued a lot, they were committed to embarking on their cross-country road trip. To save up for their trip, Gabby worked 50 hours a week at Taco Bell while Brian worked at a juice bar. By December 2020, they saved enough to buy a 2012 Ford van converted into a camper. And then on July 2nd, 2021, Gabby and Brian set off on a 4-month cross-country adventure. They set up cameras, laptops in the van so they could shoot, edit, and upload their videos to their channel. This was supposed to be the first of many trips, but it soon became obvious that 4 months in a cramped van was too much for the emotional couple. The trip was off to a good start. In the first month on the road, they visited Momentum Rocks, Mystic Hot Springs, and many cool places.
So, we are right outside Capitol Reef right now in a free dispersed camp spot, and we've been lucky so far at all the places we've stayed.
Brian's stretching, doing some morning yoga. I love the van.
It was going great. And then less than 2 months into their journey, their small van felt like hell on wheels. In August 2021, someone called 911 to report they'd seen a man and woman arguing in the street. That couple was Gabby and Brian. When the cops tracked down the van and pulled them over, they found Gabby crying heavily in the passenger seat. Gabby claimed she was doing work on her computer that morning when the couple started fighting. She also admitted that she got physical first and Brian retaliated. The officers also noticed scratches on Brian's body, which Brian says Gabby caused. Since neither of them wanted to press charges, the cops made no arrest. In retrospect, the cops should have taken the case more seriously, because Brian and Gabby's next argument was going to be so bad it would become headline news. On August 27th, Gabby's mom received a weird text from her. The message read, "Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls." The message raised a million red flags because Stan was Gabby's grandfather, and Gabby never referred to her granddad by his first name. 3 days later, Gabby's mom received another weird text from Gabby. It simply said, "No service in Yosemite." These didn't feel like messages Gabby would typically send. That was strange, but stranger things were happening with Brian. Around that same time, Brian unexpectedly showed up at his parents' home in Florida. He was driving the couple's van, but Gabby was not with him. He didn't want to discuss where she was. Miles away, Gabby's mom was still uneasy about the weird text messages. On September 11th, after not hearing from Gabby for weeks, Gabby's mom reported her missing. As Gabby's disappearance became a national story, the spotlight fell on Brian, especially since the relationship was so unstable. However, before anyone could question him, Brian himself went missing. He left his parents' home to go hiking, but never returned. 2 days after Brian vanished, the country received devastating news. Gabby's remains were found at a campsite in Wyoming, and the autopsy revealed that she'd been gone for 3 to 4 weeks. Looking at the timeline, it seemed that Brian sent texts from Gabby's phone after her demise to make it look like Gabby was still with him. It was a sloppy attempt to cover his tracks. Brian was now the prime suspect. However, they wouldn't get the chance to bring him to justice. A month later, they discovered Brian's remains in a natural reserve in Florida. The Nomad Static YouTube channel is turned into a memorial for Gabby Petito, with the comments section filled with messages of love for a beautiful soul taken too soon.
Gabby Petito never goes outside.
This next YouTube channel ended in a tragic way, and sadly, it was all caught on camera. Nishu Deswal. Nishu Deswal was one of the biggest YouTubers in India. And forgive me if I'm not saying his name right. His channel, HRPB Tractors, had more than 1.5 million subscribers and amassed 300 million views, with his most watched video garnering 25 million views. Nishu's content involved performing stunts with tractors. His most popular videos showed him driving his tractors through mud pits, streams, and hills. However, Nishu's most thrilling stunt was doing a wheelie. Keep in mind, this was on a tractor. These stunts were risky, which made his fans admire his skills even more. But sometimes things don't go as planned. There were times Nishu nearly lost control of the tractor during his stunts, but his quick thinking helped him recover just in time. Sometimes his tractor would even flip over during a stunt, but he always managed to escape with minor injuries or none at all. Despite these close calls, Nishu kept pushing the limits, until one day, the thing everyone feared finally happened. On February 26th, 2024, one of Nishu's favorite stunts went disastrously wrong. While attempting a wheelie, the tractor he was driving wobbled and tipped over. Despite everyone's best efforts to rescue him, he didn't make it. Nishu was only 22. My friends, it's important to remember that behind every YouTube channel are real people with real issues. As I climbed up in subscriber count, I think people forgot that I'm literally a random guy that sits behind his computer and makes videos. I make mistakes just like everyone else, and negative comments get to me. So make sure you guys treat the YouTubers you love with respect, because they may not be here forever. Visual Venture. To get your data removed from the internet, check out Delete Me using my link in the description and get 20% off.